What's going on, everyone? CJ back here with another episode of the Madden 23 Cupcake Relocation Franchise. So I have this screen up here because we are currently dead last in the NFL in points allowed at 270. The lowest amount of points that we have allowed in a game is 28, which is terrible, not good. We have the Colts put up 52 on us. The Titans last week put up 48 on us. You know, the Raiders put up 38 on us. So we are unable to prevent our opponents from making it to the end zone. And that is going to be something that we're going to have to clean up next year as we move this team to Austin. Last week, Derrick Henry just had a field day, just put on an absolute clinic. He had 126 rushing yards, only 18 attempts. He averaged 7 yards per carry, found the end zone twice, and he broke 9 tackles. I mean, he was just making our defensive players look dumb. Danny Trevathan caught a big stiff arm. He made Quincy Roche cry. I mean, it was just absolutely devastating. We had a couple good plays on defense, and Ndamukong Suh finally stepping up, and I think because of last week's performance, I may reward him with a small contract extension. We'll get to that in a second, but Ndamukong Suh had 2 sacks. Clinton Dix had 2 sacks. Porter Gustin had a sack. So there were a couple good things, but all in all, it was not pretty last week, and we just got completely destroyed by the Tennessee Titans. So this week, we take on Philly. Very scary. They're an 86 rated overall team. We actually take on 3/4 of the NFC East in these next 3 weeks. We got Philly today. We're in MetLife to take on the Giants next week. And then we're back at home to take on the Commanders week 11. And then we got the Dallas Cowboys in week 14. So we're going to be taking on the entire NFC East in the weeks to come. But before we get into the Philly game, there's a couple contract extensions that I want to make. Now, because of last week's performance, I do want to try to reward Ndamukong Suh with at least a 1-year extension. Now, he is 35 years old, but if nothing else, it's going to be good to have him for depth alone. So now it's worth noting he has no desire to come back to our team. I can't say I blame him. He wants to be on a Super Bowl winning team, which makes sense. He's getting old, and we are a severe underdog to make the Super Bowl. Top of the depth chart, he should be at the top. He is, but I don't know why that's low. And then he wants to be close to home, which is Oregon. I guess we're going to move a little bit closer to his home, about 600 miles closer. But he has no interest in coming back. So in order to retain Ndamukong Suh, we're probably going to have to overpay him a little bit, which I'm okay with. He wants 1 year, $9.23 million. So what if we give him 1 year, $10 million? I'd be comfortable with that. And hopefully that'll be enough to bring him back. Let's see. Nope. Any future deal needs to account for my interest not being met here. So he wants the big bucks. We'll try again next week. I mean, I do want to bring him back, but at the same time, I'm not going to do something dumb. Now, Clinton Dix, he has been playing amazing in the 2 weeks that we've had him. He had that pick 6. He had a sack last week. He's had a bunch of deflected balls. So he does have interest. He wants to be in a big market. Houston's a big market. I think Austin is too, but if we can get him right now, it's not going to matter. He wants to be in a warm weather state. Obviously, Texas is definitely a warm weather state. So he wants 2 years, $6.76 million. So let's see, he's 29. We're gonna try to overpay him a bit. Let's go. Maybe we can get him on a 3-year contract. That means we'll have him till he's 32. And again, even if it's just for depth, I'm okay with that. So let's say 3 years, $11.4 million. He would have to be a fool to turn this down. And of course, he's not a fool. I guess he just has one first name because the screen cut out his last name. But there we go. We got Mr. Clinton Dix locked in, and we're going to have him for at least 3 more years, and I'm pretty happy about that. So let's take a look at Philly's roster here. Now, Philly is stacked. Of course, in real life, they are killing it. Best record in the NFL. And actually, Madden just updated some of their players, turning them into superstars and X Factors. But It's not going to be the case in this game because I already started my franchise before that happened. So Jalen Hurts was just elevated to superstar, I think yesterday with the most recent update that came out. But we're going to be playing the star version of Jalen Hurts, so I guess that bodes well for us. But Jalen Hurts will be under center. Gotta be careful. He's probably going to tear us to shreds, whether it be through the air or on the ground with his legs. Also, they got Minshew Mania backing him up. Miles Sanders, the 3-year Nittany Lion, very good back. Boston Scott backing him up. Fullback is going to be the rookie Roger Carter from Georgia State. Wide receiver A.J. Brown. We just got destroyed by his former team last week, and now we have to play A.J. Brown. He just got promoted to X Factor with this most recent update, but he's only a star in this franchise. So A.J. Brown going to have to deal with him. Devontae Smith, Zach Pascal, Quez Watkins, pretty good receiving room there. Dallas Goedert, very good tight end. And Grant Calcaterra, the rookie, will be backing him up second string. Left tackle, Jordan Mailata. Now, he is very, very good. It says no college on here, and that is because, interesting story, Jordan Mailata was selected in the 7th round by Philadelphia, pick number 233. He was actually acquired through the International Player Pathway Program, and for someone who was selected in the 7th round to be as big of an impact as Jordan Mailata is, that's a pretty cool story, and I'm pretty happy for him. So very good tackle. Andre Dillard will be his backup. Left guard, Landon Dickerson, 2nd-year pro from Alabama. Center, Jason Kelsey, brother of Travis, very good veteran. He's a superstar. Cam Jurgens, their rookie, is backing him up. Right guard is Isaac Samalu, 6-year player from Oregon State. Right tackle, Lane Johnson, very, very good tackle. So the Eagles' offensive line is stout, to say the least. One of the reasons why, Jalen Hurts, in addition to just being a really good player, I think one of the reasons why he's been able to excel so much this year is because he is playing behind such a stout offensive line. Brandon Graham, the crafty veteran, 12-year player, Michigan Wolverines, going to be on the left rush side. Kyle Phillips is backing him up. Right end, Josh Sweat, very good player. Derek Barnett is his backup. Defensive tackle, Fletcher Cox, still a superstar, 10-year veteran, very, very good player. Jordan Davis, the Eagles' #1 overall pick, rookie from Georgia, is backing him up. On the left side, we have Hassan Reddick, is the left linebacker, 5-year player from Temple, also a very good player. TJ Edwards, middle linebacker from Wisconsin. Nakobe Dean, Georgia Bulldog, rookie, backing him up. Right outside linebacker is Kazir White. Cornerbacks, they have Darius Slay Jr., big play Slay himself. Now, he was just bumped up to an X Factor in real life. Still a superstar in this game, but we might want to stay away from his side of the field. James Bradbury is injured, which is nice. The former Giant, he will not be playing today, so Avonte Maddox will get his snaps. Josiah Scott also going to be probably playing some time here. Marcus Epps, free safety. CJ Gardner-Johnson, very good in the strong safety position. Jake Elliott will be kicking the ball, and then Michael Pilardi will be punting the ball away. One of the things I think that makes Philly so good is because they're very, very young and talented at their skill positions, but then they have a bunch of veterans at other positions who still play at an extremely high level, and they have 2 #1 overall picks coming up here in the 23 draft. So Philly is, very, very good right now, but they're probably going to be very, very good for years to come. So I'm not really liking our odds too much here. I know I've said that pretty much for every team that we played so far, but we're a sorry cupcake team, so what do you expect? Now, taking a look at Philly's defense, they are very, very good. Other than sacks, top 10 in every single category. So I think that our game plan is going to be, we're going to start out to run inside with Tony Pollard. We're also going to go half pad split for our offense as well. And as far as our game plan, let's take a look here. I want to get 2+ passing touchdowns. Cam Newton did not play good last week. I thought about going for get 1 interception because I feel like every time we've done that, we've gotten an interception, but we're going to also go score 5+ offensive TDs. 350 plus offensive yards, and let's just hold Philly to under 30. I would be completely happy with that. Let's make sure our team is healthy and ready to go this week, and then we are going to dive right in. Thursday night primetime game. Not sure if we've played a primetime game yet so far. I don't think that we have, but we are going to be under the lights for the entire country to see, and let's see if we can give them a show. Let's just see if we can not embarrass ourselves on national TV. Philly has a lot of superstars. They should have a lot of X factors, but the update didn't apply to my franchise. But we are going to Philly. We're going to take on the Eagles. Hopefully we don't let them fly too much. Could be a long day, but hey, at least we're at home, NRG Stadium. We're under the lights, prime time, and let's get ready for the game. All right, so Philadelphia to receive the ball first, which means we will get the ball after halftime. Johnny Townsend ready to boot this thing away, and man, oh man, I hope the Eagles don't have themselves a game today. I could easily see that happening. Quez Watkins, however, only able to bring this thing out to the 17. And there is the man, potential MVP candidate, definitely in the conversation for it in real life. He's having himself a season in real life, and apparently he's also having one here in Madden. 2,000 yards, 24 TDs, only 4 interceptions. Jalen Hurts is going to be a problem today. I can already see it. And because of that, the first thing I'm going to do, we're going to change the option defense to conservative. We're also going to back our guys up 5 yards. My guess, my educated decision, which I know that's scary, we're going to have to force some turnovers here, man. We're going to have to do something to disrupt Philadelphia, because if we just let Jalen Hurts sit back there in the pocket, he's going to pick us apart. If we let him get outside the pocket, he's probably going to tear us to shreds with his legs. Ouch. That sounds extremely painful. So we're going to have to disrupt the flow of Philadelphia's offense somehow. Not quite sure how we're going to do it. Hurts going to come out shotgun here with 3 receivers to his left, Miles Sanders to his right, and he has a man, that's Zach Pascal, wide open in the middle of the field, able to pick up 13. There was nobody guarding him there. I think that was Danny Trevathan's responsibility. Danny boy, man, I feel like every time we've called his name so far this season, except for that 1 sack that he had, I don't think it's been too good. Him and Janoris Jenkins, both of those guys, you know, obviously I wasn't excited when I was picking up anybody in the first episode. You can't be excited about a 67 rated overall team. But Janoris Jenkins, Danny Trevathan, Landon Collins, those were some of the bright spots that I, was at least content with. And there's Janoris Jenkins right there making the stop, and Landon Collins. And all 3 of those guys, man, none of them have really delivered. They all each have one big play, I think, so far. But aside from that, they've been getting slow cooked in the crock pot game after game after game. And quite frankly, I'm a little sick of it, I got to tell you. So Hurts shotgun again, 3 receivers spread to the left. It's going to be a give to Miles Sanders. And there is Danny Trevathan, not able to get to him. Does do the cleanup work after the missed tackle from Clinton Dix, but that's going to be a big gain from Sanders. Got to watch out for him too. Philadelphia, man, they have their skill positions. Jalen Hurts, Miles Sanders, A.J. Brown. They're young, they're quick, they're agile, they're good. And then you got the solid veterans on defense. Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Hassan Reddick. I just feel like no matter what we do today, it's just not going to be good. So Hurts going to give to Sanders again. This time he is wrapped up by Danny Shelton for only a gain of 1. So Jalen Hurts coming out, same formation again in the shotgun. He has several receivers, and there's Landon Collins. Please make a play. Did not come away with the pick, but he was able to prevent that thing from getting in the hands of Zach Pascal, and I'm good with that. I don't need the interception every time. The forced fumble, I would like it, of course, but if we can just deflect some passes, get some pressure, anything, I will be 100% good with that. So Hurts going to come out shotgun. Same formation again. He's loving this formation. And this time he has nobody. We have Porter Gustin there forcing him to slide. So I'm okay with this result. That's a win on the first drive. It's going to be a long field goal for Jake Elliott. Not a makeable field goal by any stretch of the imagination, but he does make it. That will put the Eagles on the board first, but 3's better than 6. We learned that in kindergarten. Some of us, maybe learned it earlier than that. I don't remember. I'm a little bit older now. I don't remember those days. But what I'm saying is, 3 points, better than 6. You get it, right? Now, what can our offense do? Last week in Tennessee, we had a 3-and-out on our first drive. Second drive was a pick. That's not going to cut it this game. If we're going to have to at least maintain pace with Philadelphia, because that last drive, holding them to a field goal, that might prove to be an anomaly in this game. I hope not. I hope I'm wrong, but I just can definitely see the Eagles finding the end zone many, many times. So let's possess the ball for a little bit, right? That's going to be what we're going to have to do. Going to have to keep our offense out here for a little while. So let's see, we set our game plan to run inside with Pollard. Let's see if we can do that. We cannot. Kaiser White making the stop there, middle linebacker. And Pollard had a great game against Vegas. If you guys watched that episode, if you did not watch that episode, please do. Very entertaining game. Pollard went over 120, found the end zone 3 times. Last week against Tennessee, only 53 yards. Found the end zone twice, I think. But not as good of a game. And this time, I was trying to find Seals-Jones. I couldn't get rid of it in time. That's going to be Hassan Reddick making the stop. I swear I pressed X. I guess I didn't. I don't know. I thought I did. I swear I did. I was kind of juggling back and forth between going to Seals-Jones or going to our MVP, Bobo Wilson. I probably should have just checked it down a little sooner, but I didn't. Whatever. So 3rd and 17 here. I just said we're going to have to possess the ball for a little while. We do have Bobo Wilson. Can he get open? He cannot. Ricky Seals-Jones could have dove at that thing. Off the deflection, right?
I'll be there if you reach out to me.
Defender tipped it away. Seals-Jones was right there, and he just kind of watched it sail to the floor like a duck that had just been shot down in the air. I think that metaphor makes sense. I hope so. I consider myself decent with the metaphors. Not great, but I think that one makes sense. You shoot a duck, kind of just watch it sink down there, hit the floor, the grass right in front of you. That's what happened on that play. So, all right, so we did not possess the ball for any length of time at all. Hurts coming out pistol. He has Dallas Goedert, I think. No, that's the rookie. Grant Calcaterra. Rookie out of SMU, picking up a gain of 9. If you've been watching this series, that's our Achilles heel, the middle of the field. We get tore up there many a drive, many a game. Miles Sanders shaking Ha-Ha Clinton Dix, shaking everybody for that matter. Eventually, Ndamukong Suh able to get out there, but I don't know what that was. Miles Sanders looking like Derrick Henry in the last episode. He shook Ha-Ha Clinton Dix. He shook Kadar Hollman. Haven't called his name too much. I'd like to not call his name. Kadar Hollman is technically our 3rd string corner, I believe. Philadelphia already in field goal range. Hurts going to come out shotgun. 3 receivers set here. It's going to be another give to Miles Sanders. And maybe we should have set our game plan to defend Miles Sanders, because this guy's got 51 yards already in the first quarter. What are we doing here, guys? I don't know what we're doing. I can tell you what we're not doing. That would be anything. We're not doing anything. So I came out in the dime here. I don't know why. It's probably going to be a give to Sanders. No, it's not. That's still not good. And no, there's Troy Pride. Troy Pride, catch it, please. Oh, my God. Anytime the ball gets anywhere near Troy Pride, I instantly get terrified. That time he almost came away with a pick, and that would have been great. So this time going to be another give to Sanders, and we are just getting tore up, man. Sanders might hit 100 yards in this first quarter. I know he's good, but damn, he's not that good. Nick Sirianni says yes, he is. Now Hurts going to come out empty. Got to watch the run here. This could definitely be an escape the pocket. Let me pick up 30-yard scenario. No, it's not. It's just going to be a catch and a touchdown to A.J. Brown. So there you go, guys. 10-0 is your score. Just like that. First quarter not even done yet. We've ran a total of 3 plays. And Philadelphia has 10 points, just like that. All right, so Jalen Hurts and the boys making this look extremely easy. Lovie Smith, known for his defense over the years, going to have to fire up his defensive coordinator because anything Philadelphia wants to do seems like the perfect play to call. Is that because it's the perfect play to call, or is that because we just suck so bad, or is it both? I think it's probably both. So we have to get some positive yardage here. We have to possess the ball for a little while. If not, I don't like our chances. There's Ricky Seals-Jones catching a good pass in the middle of the field, able to pick up 17. You gotta love positive things, right? I don't love negative things. Pretty much everything about our team is negative. But I love our team. I do. I absolutely love this Cupcake team, soon to be Austin Armadillos. Can't wait for that. If you guys haven't seen that team, in Madden, check them out, man. Their jerseys are pretty awesome. I like their color scheme. 1st and 10 here. We should be able to pick up some good yardage in the middle with Pollard. That is our game plan that we set to. Pollard dancing around a couple people. Brandon Graham able to bring him down, but he did pick up a gain of 6, and I'm okay with that. We do have some space. We do have some yardage, too. Man, there we go. Tony Pollard able to move the sticks. Kazir White bringing him down, but that's something good to see. As long as we can just possess the ball, keep the chains moving. I don't like our chances in this game, but I at least want it to be competitive. I don't want to get blown out 50-something to 3 to 10. I want it to be competitive. If it's not, I will understand it. Now, we do set up the screen very nicely to Pollard. He's dancing around a few people. Darius Slay finally wraps him up, but that's a gain of 9. All right, 2nd and 1 here. Approaching Justin Rohrwasser field goal range. Don't really know what his true range is because I haven't been the best kicker so far this season. I'll be the first to admit. Pollard makes a nice juke move, able to get away from Fletcher Cox, but does pick up good positive yardage. And Pollard is able to move the chains again. That guy can't believe it. Don't know who he is, next to Nick Sirianni.
Bruh.
I feel like I've seen that guy on several teams in Madden. You know what I'm saying? What's that mean? It means Madden reskins lots of people. All right, so we'll get this play off before the end of the first quarter. Why not? We have Seals-Jones open. He catches it. Not able to make the defender miss, but he does pick up great yardage, and he is able to move the chains. And looks like Hassan Reddick shaking up on the play. So if they were to lose him, that would be pretty big. Hassan Reddick is a very good linebacker, but quarter will end on a positive note at least. 10-0 is your score, but we're starting to put a drive together here. First drive was ugly. This drive looking a lot better. So we're going to come out first down here, try to get Pollard on a screen again. If we can just do some little dink and dunk plays. Oh, he is able to shake somebody. Pollard is picking up positive yardage, able to pick up a gain of 11 on that, and that was a good fake by Pollard. He shook, I think that was Kazir White. He was able to make miss on that play. Either way, Pollard picking up great positive yardage. That was Kazir White. I like what Philly is coming out in here, so we may audible this into something more desirable. We will. We will not. I don't like that decision. I'm going back to the inside zone. And that should be encroachment on Fletcher Cox. No, they say false start. Who was that, man? If it's Isaiah Wilson, I swear. Let's see who that was. Was it Pollard? I guess it was Tony Pollard. Come on, man. That was just a cattywampus.
What?
Shout outs to you guys if you guys know that word. That was just a cattywampus formation. I was switching things. I was indecisive. And now we're going to get brought down by Brandon Graham. All right, so We had a lot going in our favor, and now it is starting to quickly slip through our grasp. Could have Wilson or Westbrook here getting open. I do like Westbrook. D.D. Westbrook on a nice zig route, picking up good positive yardage. That's going to be a gain of about 11, I think, 12. And 3rd and goal. What do we do here? 9 yards to go. Definitely going to be a passing situation. All right, so had to call a timeout because I was looking for a play that we ran to the Akron man, JoJo Natson. I couldn't find it, and I'm a noob, I guess, so I just kind of lost track of the timer there. But nonetheless, we're going to put JoJo Natson on a little out route, I think. Wilson's also on an out route as well. Cam going to drop back. We have Sanu catching it in the middle of the field, but going to be a little bit short, they say. So I guess we got to kick a field goal here. I don't really want to. I don't want to at all, actually. But we got to get some points on the board. That's the important thing. Philadelphia only going to be up by a touchdown, so we're going to bring out Rohrwasser. Should be an easy kick for him, and it should be good. Right down the middle. So Justin Rohrwasser gets us on the board. Not the outcome that was desired, but I'll take it. Better than a lot of things that could have happened. So far, no answer for Hurts, A.J. Brown, Miles Sanders. I mean, they've everything Nick Sirianni's drawn up so far has worked to a T. So let's see if we can just kind of change that trend a little bit. We're going to show blitz. Don't think it's going to matter, but yes, I did feel like that was going to be a run to Miles Sanders. Danny Shelton wraps him up for no gain. Haven't said no gain too much so far in this game, so does feel nice to say that. Now Hurts going to come out single back here, and he has two receivers to his left. Going to send a man in motion. It's going to be a fake give, and there goes Devontae Smith. Gashing us on the little end around. Here comes Sanders again. Jeremiah Adeocho wraps him up after a gain of 5. Now 10 for 80. Averaging 8 yards a carry. That sounds oddly familiar. I feel like somebody else averaged 8 yards per carry on us not too long ago. Call me crazy, but Hurts going to come out single back here. Drop back. Now we have a man. Somebody was able to get in there. That was Jordan Evans. Haven't called his name since the Denver Broncos episode 3. So Jordan Evans with our first bright spot on defense. He now has 2 sacks on the season and that interception against Russell Wilson. Haven't called his name much this season, but every time we have, it's been a huge play. And that's a gigantic play because we're able to put Philadelphia in a 3rd and long situation. So very big here. What's going to happen? Hurts going to come out shotgun, has multiple receivers streaking down the field. He's going to take off, and that's going to be Danny Trevathan, who I believe will not get credit for the sack because it was a run by Hurts. And Jalen Hurts picked up no gain. Hurts just kind of doing some spin moves there in the backfield, looking a little paranoid. I don't think he had to be, but he was. And how about that, guys? We're forcing the Eagles to punt. Michael Pilardi coming out for the first time today. Gotta like that. So Jordan Evans, Danny Trevathan, some guys that we don't call their names too often coming up with some big plays. We have a chance to tie. I wouldn't say it's a good chance. I would say it's a pretty terrible chance. Terrible being nice. But nonetheless, we have a chance. So we're going to see if we can kick this thing outside with Pollard. He was able to do that a few games ago, and this time doesn't have the speed. Kaiser White getting in there to bring him down for a loss of 3. Got to stay away from Darius Slay. Darius Slay lined up on the right side of the field, so he would actually be on D.D. Westbrook. We're going to come out empty, though. And we have JoJo Natson, the Akron man, making a nice catch for a gain of about 7. And that will make it a 3rd and manageable. So pretty much the whole playbook is open here. I think that we are going to keep it through the air, however. Pollard hasn't done too much on the ground. So I think that our best chance to convert this thing is to move it through the air. So we're going to come out shotgun, drop him back to pass. We have D.D. Westbrook open. There's Meek Mill in the middle of the field. This time he does hang on. Cam 8 for 9 so far in this game. And keep in mind, we do get the ball back after halftime. So the goal right now, bleed some clock. You know, I'd love to take this thing down past the 2-minute warning. That would be nice. We're going to come out shotgun here. Don't really like the routes too much. But I do like, we have Pollard getting open out of the flats. Can he make a man miss? He can. He just shook a man out of his shoes there. Doesn't pick up a huge gain, but a gain of 3 is much better than what the alternative could have been, because somebody had him dead to rights there in the backfield, and he was able to make a man miss. So that was big. Clock ticking down. We're going to take this thing almost to the 2-minute warning, I think. We're going to drop back to pass. We have Bobo Wilson open. There's the MVP. Haven't called his name yet so far today. Just called it there, and that was in a big situation. So nice chain mover there by the MVP himself, Bobo Wilson. I'm going to come out with this play. This play has either been big yardage to Pollard or sack. One of those two things. This time it will be big yardage to Pollard. Can he keep the legs turning? He can't, but he is brought down on the 1-yard line. That time Cam threw a nice lob pass over TJ Edwards and Nakobe Dean, I believe. So first and goal. We came out Y-stick formation, but I think I like Pollard better on a run here. We're going to get him. He's going to get into the end zone virtually untouched. That was a good coaching adjustment. I came out in the old Y-stick, which we've hit several times to Mohamed Sanu, but Eagles had an extra linebacker there lined up on the right side. Of course, he blitzed, but you don't know that. That could have easily been a drop back in coverage. I wasn't willing to take that risk, so I audibled it, and I think it was the right decision. We're going to back our guys up a little bit. No, we're not. We're going to bring him back. Hurts is going to drop back. He has Sanders on the screen. Defender's not able to get to him. Eventually, Jordan Evans does wrap him up. We could have had him in the backfield there, but again, I did see 2 defenders get kind of tangled up. Got to stop doing that, man. That's happened quite a bit these last few games. All right, 2nd and 3 now. I'm going to try to throw a little bit of pressure at Hurts. See if we can make him think about it a little bit. We will not be able to get there, but that's a drop by Dallas Goedert. He was wide open there. No defender near to him whatsoever, but he just kind of drops it. Coach wants us in the 4-3. I say nay. I say come out in the nickel. I don't know. I'm not the best coach, but I think that sounds right. I could be wrong, and we could get completely owned, but we will not get owned. Instead, we're going to call a timeout because it's 4th and inches. 55 seconds left, only 1 timeout. I had to burn one because I'm an idiot and was trying to find a play, but this time, Tony Pollard had plenty of space there, but defender just was able to catch up to us in no time. 1st and 10, ball on the 40, 47 seconds left. Got 3 receivers to our right, and we have a man wide open. I believe that is Wilson, Mr. Bobo. Of course it is. We're going to hurry up to the line here. Let's see. Taking way too much time. Probably should have just spiked the ball, but I got a play in mind that I want to call. Spiking the ball, got a play I want to call. There's Bobo Wilson, and did he get the toes in bounds? Referee says he did. Cam Newton also 13 for 14. I did not know he was having such a good game. I wanted the corner route to Wilson. Took way too much time to figure that out, but can't argue with the result because that brings us to the 16-yard line. We have 9 seconds. Definitely want to at least bare minimum come away with the field goal. So we got to be smart here. Can't let this play develop for too long. Taking a sack's not the worst thing as long as we can call a timeout before time runs out. So we'll drop back to pass, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. We probably could have 1 shot to the end zone, but I'm just not confident in my abilities to execute that correctly. So we'll go ahead and take the guaranteed points from Rohrwasser. So how about that? We go into the locker room here at NRG Stadium up by 3, 13-10. So Philadelphia looked virtually unstoppable on the first 2 drives. On the first drive, we looked completely abysmal. Scripts kind of flipped. Am I right? I mean, last couple drives, Philly has been forced to punt. Last couple drives, our offense has been looking decent to above average. We're up 3 and we get the ball back at halftime. We got a little bit of momentum going here. And we are going to definitely, without a doubt, try to stop Miles Sanders. He's been the top threat so far this game. Definitely thought it would be Hurts and A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith and Pascal and their receivers. But no, it's been Miles Sanders. And we got to find a way to stop him. So, Cam Newton, all the pressure on your shoulders, my friend, because we're up 3. We got the ball. And, we got to keep this thing going. And we got to get some more points here. So we're going to come out single back. Going to go play fake on him. I like Sanu. I don't know if I do or not. No, that could have been an interception. I liked him initially. I lobbed it up there. Marcus Epps, the free safety, made a good adjustment. I saw him get open at first, and I kind of just threw it his way, honestly. Okay, so big 3rd down here. I just said we want to keep this thing going. We've gotten some momentum going. We don't want to get off the field yet. That would not be good. Cam going to drop back. I missed Sanu, and then he just threw a terrible pass to Bobo Wilson. I missed Sanu. Mohamed Sanu got wide open, but then Bobo Wilson got open. We threw it his way. Should have been a completion. Also a terrible punt there. I see my life flash before my eyes now. But that should have been a catch and a completion to Bobo Wilson. Cam Newton not making good throws. I know that the yardage looks good on some of these games, but all in all, he hasn't played well. Has more interceptions than touchdowns, and that right there was no pressure really, I don't think. And it should have been a completion to Bobo Wilson, but instead, we give the ball back way too quickly to Philadelphia. Way too quickly. Hurts going to come out shotgun. Going to be a give to Sanders. He's gashing us again for a gain of about 13 yards. Very close to the century mark now. We had a great chance. Hopefully we didn't squander it just now. I feel like we definitely probably did. Definitely probably. That makes perfect sense, right? I think so. I know what it means. So, Jalen Hurts dropping back, finding Pascal. Pascal just shakes off Janoris Jenkins. And Pascal able to bring this thing to the 9. Eagles starting to look more like they did on their opening drive. Able to move the ball with ease. Hurts going to drop back, and he has a man, Pascal. No, that's Devontae Smith. I'm sorry. I was going to say we've called Pascal's name about 3 times so far, but that was actually Devontae Smith. Hurts finds him on a nice little comeback route, taking it very close to the end zone. And now Eagles knocking on the door, looking to reclaim this lead that we, to everyone's surprise, stole away from them just moments ago. Hurts going to drop back, and that is going to be, wow, that was good coverage by Quincy Roche, able to get out there. Quincy Roche still recovering, I think, from that massive Derrick Henry stiff arm that he took last game.
Got him!
So this could be a run to Sanders. It is, and we're not able to stop him. Thought for a moment Quincy Roche or possibly Ndamukong Suh was going to get in there to make the tackle. Almost did. But Sanders will salute his offensive linemen for holding their blocks. Philadelphia reclaims the lead. Jake Elliott looking to make this thing 17-13. I'm sure he will. And just like that, we find ourselves back in a sticky situation. Had tons of momentum coming out of halftime. We know this story, right? Same song and dance. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Is it me? Is it our team? Is it both? Is it Lovie Smith? Is it Cupcake McGee? Is it the Madden gods? I don't know. It's probably all those things, really. But I can tell you what it is for sure. It's 17-13. 2nd and 8 now. Don't really like this play that I called. I'm going to be honest. I'm trying to stick with the coach suggestions. We do have Westbrook, though. That's going to be a good pass and a good catch by Westbrook. That was also on Darius Slay. We want to be careful throwing it to him. I did pass lead Westbrook down, so that probably played a good factor in it. But Slay is lined up on Westbrook, and we're probably not going to want to throw it to him too much, or at least minimally, because big play Slay, he does just what his name says. He makes big plays. I don't want him to make big plays. So far, we are turnover free, and I would like to keep it that way. We have Mohamed Sanu, and that's just a bad pass. Okay, big 3rd and 8 now. Philly starting to reestablish momentum. About 5 minutes until the end of the 3rd quarter. We're going to come out single back. We have Seals Jones. Great catch. Second time we found him in the middle of the field like that. Ricky Seals Jones having himself a pretty good game. Now we just got to be better. I know that's scary. We just have to be better than Philadelphia. Kind of tough because we're not, but Pollard does have some good blocks. He's able to juke a couple defenders there and able to pick up a gain of 5. That was good because we really haven't seen too much from Pollard yet. Maybe I haven't put him in, the best positions to succeed, but I feel like our play calls have been decent at least, and Philly just good in all areas. That's the thing. That time, see, we had wide open space in the middle of the field. I liked what we called. Fletcher Cox just shed his block almost instantaneously. So not much you can do when that happens. I'm not going to go away from Pollard, though. We're going to stay with him. It's 3rd and inches. Got to figure he can pick this up. He does, barely. Gets a gain of about 2, but that is all we needed. So we'll come back. We have Bobo Wilson, our MVP, catching it right in the middle on the curl route. That was a good pass from Cam. Finally, nice to say that. Newton has had his share of bad passes. That one was a good one. Finding our MVP right there in the middle of the field. Could audible this to Sanu on the out route, but I just feel like something very, very unfortunate would happen if we did that. So instead, it will be Pollard. Pollard able to pick up decent yardage. Now, very interesting situation that we find ourselves in. 3rd and 3 from the 5-yard line. Not sure why that's interesting.
Bruh.
But it's interesting because we're either going to score or kick a field goal. And Cam's going to drop back. We have our MVP, Bobo. What in the actual hell was that? Oh, my God. I mean, Cam Newton just shot that thing through the crossbar. Look at this.
But I can't believe I let you slip. I think about it 7 days a week, and this just can't be how it's supposed to end up.
All I did was press square, man. I didn't change the pass lead or anything like that. And Cam Newton almost kicked a field goal. I mean, actually, as a matter of fact, he hit the crossbar. That's what I'm talking about with Newton. He consistently doesn't make good passes. He'll make some, he'll have some good games. That might be a miss. God dang it, man. That was a miss. That was just, this game's falling apart on us, guys. That was on me. I need to shut my mouth and stop talking when I'm kicking field goals because I'm not good at it. I thought I was, but I can't blame the kicking meter on that one. That was just me being terrible.
Let's go down.
So got to keep my mouth shut. That was a huge missed opportunity, man. To come away with no points on that drive, I am not happy at all. And that time, Danny Shelton not able to wrap up Miles Sanders. Landon Collins finally does. That just has me pissed. Oh, my God. I cannot believe that we did not score points on that drive. It's partway on me. But that pass from Newton to Bobo Wilson, he got open and Cam just shot-putted that thing through the crossbars. Why? Probably because he's a 67 rated overall, I think. So 1st and 10 here, about to be 4th quarter. That was all bad. That was all bad. Oh, my head hurts. 17-13. We are outpassing Philly. Now, granted, with the performance that Miles Sanders has had, Jalen Hurts has not had to rely on the air game as much. It's going to be another give to Sanders. I get the feeling that this is just going to be Sanders time. I mean, Philly has the lead. Fourth quarter, Sanders has played great. Why would you go away from him, right? This time they're going to come out bunched to the right. Hurts in the shotgun. It's going to be a quick pass to Devontae Smith. He shakes multiple defenders. What's new? Those guys in the middle, man, Danny Trevathan, Quincy Roche, they get shook a lot. Also, Clinton Dix just got the 3-year extension. We just gave him a nice meaty contract. He's not playing like he just got a new contract today. He hasn't really done much of anything. Haven't called his name too much. So gotta just throw some pressure. Throw some pressure here at the Eagles. Gotta force them to make a bad decision. And there is Hurts. He's gonna get wrapped up. Danny Shelton, former Cleveland Brown. I am nearly positive that is his first sack of the season. I know we haven't called his name hardly at all. That time he is able to wrap up Hurts in the backfield for a loss of 5. We're going to come out zone, but we're going to line up in man, I think, try to throw him off a little bit. Maybe that will do something, maybe not. I don't know. At this point, you just want to try anything, mix it up a little bit. Hurts going to come out in the shotgun here. He's going to send a man in motion. That's Zach Pascal. He drops back. Does he have receivers? He does not. He's going to take off and run. Got to get to him, and we do. Javelin Goodry was right there. Now, they're probably going to score a field goal here, which is not the worst thing in the world. Going up 20-13 will keep this thing a touchdown game. Jake Elliott does sink that thing right through the middle, but that's okay. Only down 7. 7 minutes to go. Offense has looked okay. You know, I really can't. Cam Newton's thrown some bad passes, but we haven't thrown any interceptions. Tony Pollard, if we can get him going, I would love to see a healthy dose of Pollard on this drive. He was not able to shake the number 1 pick Jordan Davis on that play, however, and only able to pick up 2. Might be able to hit Wilson on this little zig route. Possibly Seals Jones on the comeback as well. I do like Wilson. That's a nice catch by the MVP, picking up 7, possibly 8. They say 3rd and inches, so very, very close to a conversion there from the MVP himself, Bobo. Now I think it is Tony Pollard time. I so badly want to audible this to Westbrook, but I'm just going to be smart. And almost wasn't smart there. We do convert it. Just barely by the skin of our cleats. I know that makes no sense, but I like saying it. Getting close to 5 minutes here to go until the end of the game. I'll tell you what, Tony Pollard can't do jack in this game. That's what it is. I was going to say 20 points. We haven't had the luxury of holding many teams to 20 points. Now I realize still a lot of time left. Of course, the Eagles could definitely score again, but I just kind of like the flow that we've gotten into on defense. Only those first couple drives where we really looking terrible. Other than that, we have looked okay. Sanu just fell down. Oh no, Muhammad, man. We got to replay this. Look, I can't make this up if I tried to, man. I tried to press square because I wanted to get to Sanu, and he just got tripped up by somebody there. So my square button went away. What I'm saying is, as I was pressing square, Mohamed Sanu fell down, and the square button went away, but I had already pressed it. That's the Madden gods. Madden gods, why do you do this to me? Third and 18. You don't have a lot of plays dialed up for situations like this. Maybe we can get Chase Allen, the rookie. Nope. We're going to have instant pressure in the backfield. And I mean, we got to punt, right? I hate to do it. But we have to. And that's going to be a bad punt. Terrible punt. I hate that, man. I hate that. I'm sure you guys have seen it before. The kicking meter kind of gets like broken into. Now the Eagles have it on the freaking 50-yard line, man. I am so just questioning every facet of life right now. Hurts is going to be brought down by Javon Hargrave. He undercut his man and was able to get to Jalen Hurts as Hurts tried to roll out. He was able to undercut, I think it was Lane Johnson. Take a look at that. No, as a matter of fact, he just bull rushed Isaac Samalu. Hurts going to come back, drop him back, and he has a man. It's going to be A.J. Brown, but it's going to be out of bounds, and look at that. How many chances is Philly going to give us? We got to capitalize on one of these. 2:49 to go, and we're only down a touchdown. We're going to play fake this to Westbrook. Westbrook wide open. Cam's not going to miss him. He's got some run after the catch as well. Darius Slay finally brings him down. Avonte Maddox was in there too. But that was a big catch and completion for D.D. Westbrook. We're going to play fake and roll out. Tried to hit Sanu on this play earlier. This time, I don't even know what that was. On the run, inaccurate bullet pass. Cam Newton just throws way too many inaccurate balls. There is no doubt about it. We're going to have to get ourselves a quarterback. So 2nd and 10, very close to the 2-minute warning. Ball almost at midfield. There's our rookie Chase Allen. Able to pick up a gain of only about 3, but that's okay. Cam 20 for 29 for about 260 yards. I couldn't see what the exact number was there in the stat tracker above, but hasn't thrown any interceptions, but also hasn't thrown any touchdowns. So you got to think that might have to change on this drive here. 3rd and 4. Definitely 4-down territory here if we don't pick this up. That much is for sure. We have Seals Jones, though, and that bounces off ahead of a defender playing pinball there with Eagles helmets. I don't know what just happened there. Got to figure that was on Cam Newton. I mean, look at this. Cam Newton just put that football on a goddamn pinball machine. Look at that. Bounces off the head of Brandon Graham. Bounces off the head of Fletcher Cox. Bounces off the body of Kazir White. Nobody able to pick that thing up. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that in Madden before. All right, so you got to figure this is pretty much the ball game, right? 4th and 4. 2013 is your score. Driving to tie. There's Dede, and look at that, man. Cam Newton, I hope you're not watching this because I love you. You're my guy. I've watched you since you came into the NFL. But in this game, I hate you. You are the bane of my existence. That should have been a catch and a completion to Westbrook. He was just wide open in the middle of the field. We did not have that much pressure. And look at this, man. All right, look, let's just see. Let's see about this pressure. You tell me. Where's the pressure? Cam with all day to throw. Westbrook wide open. Should be an easy chain mover. Instead, he throws it to the foot of Kazir White. Got to figure it's going to be Miles Sanders time as Eagles will look to just bleed this clock out. That is a give to Sanders, and that time Danny Trevathan. Now we will call a timeout. That time we controlled Danny Trevathan, and it was good pursuit, and he was able to wrap up Sanders. Now the whole playbook is open. Probably going to be a passing situation for Hurts and the Eagles, and if they pick this up, that is the ball game. Got to be careful here. Got to be careful here. I don't like it. Miles Sanders converts. Thought for a second that Jordan Evans was going to be able to get there in time, but he was not. And that will more than likely be your ball game. The lowest amount of points that we had, I didn't even call a timeout. I thought I did. I pressed the stick, but wouldn't have mattered anyways. The lowest amount of points that we had entering this thing was 28. We only allowed 20, but we only scored 13. The Eagles gave us multiple chances. This game we saw the true overall rating of Cam Newton. That is what happened. Cam Newton missed multiple wide open targets in clutch situations. I don't think I made that many mistakes in that game. I really don't. I think I called a good game. I think I put our guys in position to succeed. Tony Pollard, I don't know, man. He had that great game against Vegas. Last 2 games been not so good, below average, but I think I put our guys in good situations to win this game. I think Cam Newton blew it. That's really what I think. I don't know what else to say. 20 for 31, 266 yards through the air, only a 64% completion rate. Jalen Hurts only threw 19 passes. Didn't have to throw that many. You know why? Because of this guy right here. 18 attempts, 118 yards, 6.5 per carry. Tony Pollard only 2.7 yards per carry. Very Alex Collins-esque, I will say, our previous running back that we had before picking up Pollard. And, nobody really had a great game receiving. Bobo Wilson had a very Bobo-like game. Dede Westbrook had a very Dede-like game. Yeah, that was just a weird game. Like, some of these games we've played, like the Colts, the Broncos, who else? The Chargers. That game was over, and I just felt like, where's the Vaseline? I just got reamed. This game, I don't feel like that. But I almost feel heartbroken because one of the better teams in the NFL gave us multiple situations, multiple opportunities to win, and we just blew them. So let's see what the media has to say. They should say, hey, after that god-awful performance by Cam Newton, how's your scouting looking on Damon Sanders? What's Jonathan Coachman, the wrestling announcer, going to say? You're under 500 right now, and you've watched this team struggle through the first half of the season. Turning it around as soon as possible has to be the mindset now, doesn't it? Yes, I really think that's all that needs to be said. This is a group that was assembled to win a Super Bowl. Oh my God. Funniest thing I've heard all day. Absolutely, I believe this team is better than their record, but if we're not, then there's going to be changes. That's what we're saying, because there is going to be changes. There's already changes happening. We've seen them. So, all right, guys. I don't know. That game was tough. We're going to continue our venture through the NFC East. Next week, we go to MetLife to take on the Giants. Then it's the Washington Commanders. And then we got the Cowboys coming up in week 14. But I don't know, kind of a meh game. But I had fun. We're 2-6 now. We're last place in the division, but that's okay. We got some big things on the horizon, and we are getting closer and closer to this offseason, which is going to be a blast. So that's all for me today, guys. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.